All right, you recovering from Stagecoach right now?
Yeah.
So, did you get sick of country at all?
Luckily, no.
No, you didn't?
I didn't because it's like we didn't go until like 5 or 6 at night. So, and then by the time you get there, it's only like you're there 6 to midnight, and it's not like too much, Whereas if you're there like from 1 to midnight, it'd be way too much. But
Yeah, that's a little too much.
it's pretty cool. We got to like see everybody. Like Sean's group joined us, and we had this cool like little spot in the back. That was pretty cool.
That's gotta attribute a little bit to like you enjoying the music, is like just being in a good environment with good people. And like,
Exactly. The music can suck, and it's still like good.
I don't know, man. If Creed's playing, I'm still gonna be like, this place sucks, guys. You guys want to go?
But then you're just making fun of it, so it's probably like the best concert you've ever been to because you laugh the hardest.
Yeah, like somehow you know all the words. You're like, wait, what is this? How do I? What? No. You end up leaving.
Maria was staying with us, and I was telling her about that fucking Luke Bryan song that like just cracked me up the one year I was there.
The fishing one or something like that?
Hunting and fishing and loving every day. That's the way a country boy plays. Like, and I was like, you gotta watch. And she was like cracking up. She's like, oh, that is ridiculous. I was like, you gotta watch the music video.
Oh, it's probably terrible. I remember you talking to me about it like at the end of last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. But it was like Sunday, and you're like, that was like the breaking point. You're like, all right, we listened to country in the hotel room, getting ready on our way to the Stagecoach like venue, like at Stagecoach's country, and then like for 3 days of this, and like at the tail end of it, that song comes on. You're like, all right, I'm at my wit's end. This is it.
Yeah, it's perfect, dude. It's like, and then like you play the music video, and like literally, it's like the first thing Luke Bryan they show. He just goes, "Whoa, whoa."
Yeah, dude, like a lot of old country. From what I understand, a lot of like original or OG country singers like aren't the biggest fans of Luke Bryan. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. I heard people that are in the industry don't like the like poppy new stuff. I don't know. Even like people that listen to it don't.
It's garbage. It's hot garbage. That's what it is. Like, it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
But like, well, I don't know. Garth Brooks is actually pretty good. I mean, he's not like, it's like a show, He puts on like a show.
Yeah.
And you know his songs, like they're popular. Like, I got friends.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, it's all Garth.
Yeah, like, and those are like good, like little like anthems, that aren't bad. And then like there's one band called the Brothers Osborne, and they actually kick ass, dude. They're like Chris Stapleton. They're like two brothers, and they just shred on the guitar.
What's their name?
The Brothers Osborne. Brothers Osborne.
Brothers Osborne, huh? Okay. Maybe I'll give them a listen. Maybe I won't.
They're cool.
Earth Gang's a good duo. They're very different than what was your band? The guy's name, the Brothers something? Brothers duo?
Brothers Osborne.
Yeah, Brothers Osborne. Like Earth Gang is very different, but I think you'd like them just as much, if not more.
Who is it?
It's a rap duo from I think they're from Atlanta because they rap a lot with Jid, and Jid is one of my favorite new rappers, or not new, but like one I just discovered, and they seem to rap on a few songs with him, and their music videos are tight, and their lyrics and their flow are tight, so they're one of my new favorite things, but definitely not country, that's for sure. Quite the contrast.
I'll never look up like country. I want to listen to country right now. I've never had that feeling in my body that, you know what I need? It's some country right now.
I'm gonna wake up and get some coffee going and put on some country music.
Never. Fucking never.
Yeah, any demographic can come over to my house, and I will probably not. No, forget the probably. I will not put on country. At least the first song, until somebody's like, "Can you put on some country?" But like, I won't ever do it.
Never.
The closest I'll go is like Nirvana.
Yeah. It'd be like, remember when we were going out to Pioneers, and Nicole's playing like Demi Lovato, and it's like we're trying to get hyped, and she's like,
Yeah.
fucking lost her man or whatever. She's like, let's pump this up. Put
Yeah.
on some VT.
Yeah, it's like put on something and get me going. Like, geez, like this is Tech 9 or something. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Like, this is my anthem. This song speaks to me. Yeah. Watching the Boston Tampa Bay game right now. Boston, like I think they play so awesome. Like the way they play the game, and Tampa Bay plays the game very similar. It's 2-1 right now with 7 minutes left in the third. I haven't watched the second period, but I have been watching the third. It seems pretty dang even. But it just
dude, it was getting heated. They just had this big hit on the where we really left. Braden Point got laid out in center ice, and then Strawman comes up and cross-checks the Boston, so it was like a good little scrap.
I think my hope, like I want to see one of these teams win the cup. Like just the way they play the game. Like that first line on Boston is so dang exciting. Like I want them to win the cup. Like they're so cool. And
I think this final 8 teams, all these 8 teams are all exciting to watch.
yeah, absolutely, hands down.
There's not like a boring team.
Yeah, no question.
Like the Sharks Vegas series, awesome game too from the highlights I saw.
Oh, I watched that. That was amazing.
And then the game last night looked amazing. Nashville, Winnipeg, like those 2 teams are fucking like beasts.
Yeah, so I was really bummed I couldn't watch that. I didn't have a chance to, and I just was watching the highlights, and I was like 4-4 going into overtime. Then it goes to double overtime. That must have been an intense overtime with all that scoring and open hockey, and then for it to tighten up for that long, like that's intense. Like, because there was probably chances back and forth in overtime if it being 4-4 in regulation. Like there's probably back and forth for like a whole period and a half, and then the game-winning goal, they're breaking it down. And like they're pausing it on NHL Network, and you could see like I forget who was the lone defender, but there was a guy back checking. They're on a 2-on-1. The guy was back checking, and the guy like the one defender kept looking at the back checker and not just focusing on the pass. And like all he needed to do was focus on the pass and let the back checker get to the guy with the puck and try to disrupt the shot. And they probably would have got away on that, but he takes 2 like solid looks at his back checker and then dives late for the pass, and the pass just gets under him and he scores. You can watch it on a highlight. It's like, oh dang, he just lost focus. Like 2 split glances, and it was too late.
It's so quick. Like hockey's just like 1 second, or like not even like a second. There's 1 split like eye look. Like you look to the left instead of looking right. Like it's in the back of your net. Like it's just so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's like
like I'm really impressed with is like that I did not know was that good was the Mark Scheifele on the Jets.
oh, that guy's a stud. He was a stud last year too.
So good. Him in the slot, like on these half clappers that like, dude, one timers in the slot, like he in traffic, like he is money. And I knew he was good, but I always thought he's more of like a playmaker, like Kopitar, like set up guys. I didn't know he was like such a good finisher.
Yeah, he's a fast. He plays at a high level. He did last year too, and he's definitely doing it again in the playoffs. I mean, Winnipeg is one team that I haven't been too close with. Like I don't know too many of their players. I know Line and like Hollebeck, and I know Bufflin, and I know like a few other ones if I really think about it. But I just at the end of the day, like that's one's like the Minnesota series. I didn't watch too much of it, and then this series, I caught the first game, missed the second one. So like I'm still discovering Winnipeg, and like they're exciting, man. They hit too. Like there's so many teams that just punch you in the mouth, man.
Well, their defense is really good. Morrissey, and then they have Tyler Myers, Bufflin,
Tyler Myers,
and Trouba.
Huh? Yeah.
They're all good.
Yeah. Studs.
And then they actually like you could tell they kind of copied. They try to do what Nashville did. And like have a good size and good speed, and they match up really well with the way Nashville plays. That's why it's like so even of this.
My favorite team to watch pass is Nashville. Like they do they just pass all the time. Like they make these like just dangerous passes to get through. Like it seems like it's just all over the place. Like their offense is attacking from wherever. Like it's hard to develop a trend with them because like they're just so go 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 go. Like Vegas is kind of like that too. I feel like, but I'm excited for that game tonight for sure. Let's see who's gonna win this one. It's a huge game.
I know. I actually hope the Sharks just beat them up, dude. I bet on them. Actually, I put $10 on the Sharks, and I put $10 on Boston, but it looks like Boston's gonna lose this one.
Yeah, it's about time for Fleury to have a night. But dude, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Fleury's so good. Like you can't like no matter what, they're always gonna have a chance because of that guy.
And I don't think he gets challenged enough. Like I mean, like he literally has like I mean he make like 2 spectacular saves a game, but like there really is never like a just consistent pressure.
Barrage.
I guess last game I didn't watch, so I can't really say.
On the first period, the Sharks, I didn't really notice in the second or third, but I noticed in the first period they started like getting in the zone, just putting it on net, like pepper. And I think like if you watch the first period of this game, like I think you're gonna see a lot of the same. Is like San Jose just making Fleury start to work early, and then I think they're gonna start taking the body a lot on that defense and try to wear them down early too, because they have a big defense, Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas played worse on the road. Definitely against the Kings. Like, the Kings definitely should have won those 2 games at home. They just couldn't put the puck in the net. So, like, I really think the Sharks, if they, like, they'll have the crowd behind them, and Vegas won't play as well as they do at home.
Their stadium is electric, dude. Their fans are so amped, and it's just like the whole game. They're just ready for anything to cheer for. So yeah,
they have they're brand new to professional sports.
And then in the
like they're just starving for sports there, and so now you don't have like these teams like where like you have the Kings, for example. You have so many teams that are in the playoffs or play big games that really they don't get hyped like that until like the championships, because like everything's just watered down, because it's just you had so many years of Dodgers being in the playoffs.
Yeah, especially if like let's say the Dodgers are having a hot start, or like the Lakers are deep in the playoffs right now, like those type of markets, like they do. You're right, like they do have like other things for fans in the city to like vibe with. But then at the same time though, like you'll have Dodger games where like they have the Kings, game on the Jumbotron, and like it's still bringing the whole city together no matter what, But
only the championship though. Like they don't want to do like a regular season game to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, right.
But like Vegas, they're at that point. They will. Like they're like, oh, we won the Pacific West champion, or we won the West this year, or whatever, like the Pacific Division, and like everyone's losing their mind because they have nothing to base it off of, and then plus they've never even like. They've just been so successful that they just think they're going to win every single game. Like,
yeah.
We're like Kings fans that we know are like, they're probably going to blow it. You're probably going to blow it. And the Vegas fans don't have that yet. It's just like, we just win. We only win.
It's all we know.
They never have had that in the back of their head. Like, oh, they might blow this 2-goal lead, Like,
yeah. That's why it felt good. I mean, and they swept us in the playoffs, but in the regulation, we got that late goal with Kopitar, and we came back and won in the overtime. It's like, yeah, that's hockey right there for you guys. Welcome to NHL.
And you never had like bad players on your team. You never had like Dan Kluche as your goalie, or you never experienced bad players, so you never like appreciate, like you don't have like, wow, this never happened. Like we have Marc-Andre Fleury as our goalie. Like, whoa, like have like Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's like you hear so much about them talking about like they run 4 lines so well. They run 4 lines so well. It's like, yeah, because they took the like third line guys off of like every team.
Yeah.
So they're
fourth.
And
not even like some of the guys, the team didn't want to like get rid of them, is that they only could keep 10.
And their contracts.
And there's some really good teams that had really good players that they said, oh, you could pick 10. You could pick 10 to keep. Whereas like Nashville's like, dude, we want to keep James Neal, but we can't. So you get them, Vegas. Oh, well, sorry. And same thing with like the Kings. Like I'm sure they wanted to keep McNabb, but we couldn't. It's like they had to pick Forbort or McNabb. So If they don't pick a McNabb, then they pick Forbert. You know what I mean? So like,
It's
you're
like
getting a good player.
it should be like 12 to 15 guys you could keep, like 15 guys. You know, let them draft. Like it's just we can't do anything about it now.
It used to be you let them pick 3 guys off your team. You selected 3 guys and you said pick one of them, take one of them, and then they're like, oh okay, like we're gonna take him. Now they're like, dude, we have a whole draft, like we have the whole league to pick from. Like,
Yeah, so ridiculous, man. So unfair.
yeah, you could take like Nicole Parsons and put her as GM, and she could probably put together a good squad off there.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you never know.
Just cuties.
Yeah. Looks like Tampa Bay and Boston just exchanged some punches. Tampa Bay scored to go up 3-1, and then Boston just scored to go 3-2 with 3 minutes left in the game.
I need Boston to get one more.
You gonna get one more? Or you took Boston over 2.5?
No, I just took them to win. I just wanted to get it in overtime.
Okay. Yeah, I like the way their first line plays, man. Their first line is super exciting. Like, I'm definitely, if I get the chance, I'm definitely going Pasternak. I want him on my team next year. I'm probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm definitely going young, all throughout the league on my
That's
next.
what I've done. And
Yeah.
I just take guys that you know they're gonna be they're gonna get top line minutes. But you usually can figure it out. Like, it's really good. Like the first 2 months is checking the waiver wire, because then you have guys that you never really thought like would be good. Like I picked up Braden Point like a month in, and he was like, top 12 center.
I did the opposite. Like I got rid of 2 guys. One guy especially that like if I would have just held on to, gave him like another week or 2. Like dude, Marsha show on on Vegas. I dropped him like for second week of the season because he really didn't do anything, and I needed a guy to play and win, and like I dropped him, and somebody finally picked him up after I think Wyrick picked him up after he got hot, but. I'm sitting here looking at the fantasy hockey championship belt right now, and so I think everything turned out okay. But next year, dude, I'm just like going young, and there's just too many. I watch too much hockey. I'm like so happy I won it this year because I'm like I feel like I deserve it with how much hockey I watch. So it's like I watch too much hockey not to know like there's no sleeper pick. There's just like all these good guys that most of our people in our league don't watch enough hockey to know.
Yeah, until they just look at the stat lines, they kind of make their decision. But like if you don't keep up with it, you don't get the first shot at those guys. Like Braden Point being available, like for me, like 2 months into the season, like not many people knew about it. So
yeah,
like
I'm looking at young kids who had a great year this year. And I'm like, dude, they're young. They're gonna go right back and do it again on good teams, good lines. Anybody.
There's gonna be young players this year, like Gabe Velarde is gonna make a difference in the Kings. He's gonna be a goal scorer.
Dude, anybody who's playing on the same line as McDavid, just hands down, like just whoever is his winger, like please, or on the power play with him, like I'll pick that guy up. Like McDavid's gonna go off next year.
Well, they had like trouble finding people to play with him this year. Like Lucic was a bum, and he like got demoted to like the third line. He couldn't keep up with the speed of McDavid, and that's why they signed him to do that, to just be like the power left winger. But like. The game's changed so much that like guys like Lucic are just having a hard time finding spots for it,
Dude, come back to the Kings.
Yeah, come back to the Kings.
We had the best defense in the league, dude. We seriously did.
Even the Kings though, they're trying to get faster.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a different league. It's a better league though. I like it a lot. I mean. I was listening to Spit and Chicklets, and I forget who was saying it, but he made a really good point about like there is no like stories though, like because like there are some, but like dude, like there used to be like mad stories between players and between stuff. Like these playoffs are creating some more right now with Brad Marshall like kissing people and stuff, but like there's like history involved, and like without that kind of aspect of the game, it turning into a fast game, like you're gonna start losing a lot of those stories.
Well, you're gonna start. You're gonna have to start seeing like some bad hits, Like that's why I I like dirty plays. Like, I actually, as a fan, like, you want to see it. I want to see it because it gives you something to talk about, and it gets the team unified against a common enemy, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's
like when you go out with your best boys and you see a group of guys that you don't like, and like someone pops up and you get in a fight with them, like 5-on-5, and you're punching the shit out of them, and you go back home and you talk about like you and your best friend just became even closer.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, he threw that punch down. That's so sick. Like, that's how I think the NHL is like.
Yeah, I want to reword what you're saying. Like I don't like dirty hits. What I like about it is the retaliation, is like the camaraderie of like, yo, you just laid my guy out, even if he's like our fourth line, just suited up for today. Like, I'm going to drop the gloves and beat the living shit out of you because you just hit my guy, and you better learn. You do that again, I'm going to put my fist in your face again. And then that's the camaraderie you're talking about. Like, dude, he laid me out, but you laid the wood to that fool. Like, that's what the game is going to start missing as it speeds up.
But you see a lot more dirty things because there is no enforcement, you know, like of like, hey, I could just go kiss this guy on your team and I'm fine. Like, no one comes after them because they get in trouble.
I swear to dude, if I would have dropped the gloves and just started punching him in the face like immediately, like, dude, I'm gonna beat you to a bloody pulp for kissing me. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, that's my personal space. And yeah, like, who's gonna talk shit on that? The guy kissed me. I'm gonna kick his ass. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would be the pet. I would be the guy that kisses.
Yeah, you're gonna catch a quick knuckle from me, dude, before you even realize it. Like,
I would totally, because as long as it's getting you off your game, I don't care. I can, like,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. As long as I give you a concussion with my knuckle, like, that's good too. Fine with that, dude. Walk away, break my hand on your freaking eye bone.
I just always remember Paul Newman's character in fucking what's the movie Slapshot, when he's just like talking about the guy's wife. He's like, Suzanne sucks pussy. She told me last night. Like, and then like, dude, and then the guy just loses his fucking mind. That's how I love just watching people lose it.
It's just so. It's really like that. It's really like that. Like, hockey is absolutely hands down like that. You just can't hear everything, and they don't want you to hear everything.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay just scored.
Like damn it.
Game's over.
Shit. All right, go Sharks.
Oh, it says here the Sharks gave up. They don't want to play. They don't. Sharks quit. Vegas wins away. First game. The Kings are suiting up, actually, right now. They're going to play the Kings again. The Kings win, they're in.
Kings should just show up and start playing.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
3 teams on the ice. What's going to happen?
And the Kings are obviously going to win. They don't have a net to score on. Like, they literally can't give up a goal if there's not an extra net. So we're going to win.
And they can't score a goal, so it's like pretty even.
No, they can definitely. They can score. They can score way more goals. They got 2 nets to score on. They got 2 teams to score on, dude. They know the 2 nets, and to near none. Like, you're gonna win a hands down all the time.
Well, they got 3 goals in 4 games, so
It's all right.
maybe that's fair for them.
They can't win. Like, we'll go 20 overtimes. They literally can't win until we finally get a goal. Like, it'll happen eventually. If they don't have a goal to score on, we will eventually win, or we'll all die. Everybody will die.
Did you see the freaking offensive line for the Tennessee Titans at the National game?
I did not.
You didn't see it? Oh, dude, you have to watch it. It's just type it in Titans at the Predators game, and like they're one of their set. Like, dude, this guy's the left tackle. He's just a fucking animal, and his name's like Luan or something like that. And he's crazy in fucking football games. You know, he protects Marcus Mariota. Well, Marcus Mariota's there, and like all the freaking offensive line for the Titans, and they're like chugging beers off catfish at the game.
Yes.
Dude, like, he literally bites the beer, pours it all over his face, and then someone holds the catfish over him, and then he's like, they're pouring the beer down the catfish into his mouth.
Hold up. Oh, my bad. Dude, that's crazy, man. That's so. It's cool to see him out in their element. Like I bet you, Mariota bought him all those tickets or something like that. He's taking his offensive line out or something like that. But I want to see the clip of that. That sounds great. I wish if we were actually doing a podcast right now, like our extra guy or whatever doing the technical stuff, or that'd probably be me, was able just to pull that up and put it on the screen because I totally will watch that, dude. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, we need Jamie from Joe Rogan.
I want to see. I haven't even Googled what he looks like, but dude, that when he's on, like, he's great, man. He makes that podcast so fluid.
Oh yeah. Even when he's having problems with his headset or something, he couldn't fucking.
Dude, he got heated. He got heated. Well, I mean, Eddie Bravo kind of made him heated, but I was just listening to a podcast with him and Brendan Schaub and Joe Rogan. I think they were watching the fights. It was really cool. It's a really awesome episode. And at the end of it, Eddie was talking about how he's questioning if atomic bombs are even real. And crap, I just lost his name. The side guy.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. He's like, I've had physics class. It's something you can't argue. And then and then Eddie just kept saying, why are you getting angry? Why are you getting angry? And it's like, no, you're being so defensive right now. I'm just. Letting you know, if you wanted to go out and prove that it's real, you could go out and learn and prove that it's real, but you just can't question it because you're not willing to go out and learn that it's real. So
that's what Eddie Bravo kind of does, dude. He'll just say outlandish things to question anything, but I do the same thing. I would just say the same thing about jiu-jitsu. I was like, jiu-jitsu's not real, dude. It's all made up. It's just made up. And then he would get super freaking defensive, you just being stupid. You just start
dude, speaking of...
The word "the" is not a word. It's not a word. You don't use, it's not the word. The, you don't use, doesn't exist. It's not proven that the exists,
Yeah.
Because it's not an actual word off its own. You always are the what, and you just make, any fucking argument. I hate, that's what, I like Eddie Bravo because he does bring up, funny things to talk about, but when you just say stupid shit like that, it's disrespectful to all the people that died from atomic bombs, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely. He just, he's great. So what they were talking about is that Joe Rogan's gonna get some mats in the studio, and they're gonna do some stuff. When they talk next time about UFC and they watch UFC, they're gonna kind of like what the NHL Network does, where they go out, the guys go out and show you a play, break down a play. They're gonna do that with holds and moves and stuff. I'd be super pumped on that. That'd be such a cool thing to watch.
That's what I think. That's what I think Joe Rogan's gonna end up doing, is that he's not gonna do the reporting anymore, and he's gonna do that because he has way more fun just hanging with his buddies watching the fight.
Oh, I think he'll always take that kind of work because he loves doing that too, just as much. He maybe not work as much as he used to, but he loves calling fights, man. I don't think he'll travel as much as his kids get older, but I think for sure he's gonna keep doing that as much as he can. One of his good buddies just got signed on with the UFC, and he gets to do it I forget his name, but he gets to what?
Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, he gets to hang out with his good buddy and call fights. So I think he'll always do that. It's a good paycheck, you know what I mean? But yeah, that podcast is something else, man. I listen to it every day. It's just enjoyable.
Yeah, I love how many different guests he has on there. So it's you get it well-rounded, so you don't get biased people. I mean, you get biased people on there, but he gives everybody the story. If you're this way, you get to go on there, and he kind of makes it. He kind of shows you it's that there's more than just two sides to everything.
Yeah.
There's 18 different sides sometimes, 20 different sides. So you might have a Democrat, for example, but they don't agree. So they're not just all the same. You know, or two Republicans, they're not all the same. That's what I love about it the most. Is he had some guy on there about he's a member of the NRA.
Yeah, I forget his name. He's from Texas. I saw that episode.
Yeah, he seemed like a legit dude. I support a guy like that, but then there's also fucking psychos.
Yeah. So, go ahead, man.
Oh, yeah. And then, the last one I listened to is that girl from, she's a leftist.
Yep.
Whatever, and she's talking about
Gaza.
Palestine and Israel thing.
That was a great episode. It was intense.
Great. I'm halfway through it because I only listened to
Yeah,
I think great.
I do yoga in the morning, or I just kind of stretch and do some working out. So I play that all the time because it's better to listen to that than watch shows.
Yeah, or like the news.
I
Like
I just
it's
like
more.
how Joe Rogan he's not afraid to like play the devil's advocate or just question the status quo or what his guest is talking about. He's not afraid to go like, yeah, but what about this and this? And he like makes them like argue their case a little bit better and stronger because he does kind of like not try to prove them wrong, but just come up with common questions that person would have to deal with if they were talking to somebody who completely disagreed with them.
Yeah, he definitely does a great job of that. Because then because a lot of times he questions it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so he's like, I'm gonna bring this up. I mean, and then he has like experts on there, and he's like, well, dude, And I love when like they start going a little crazy, and he has to like bring them back, and he's like, well, dude, you're not making any sense now. You're not gonna like, bring it back to like a normal person who like that doesn't care about this every single day can understand what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I go listen to like when I want to like just like keep it cool, I just go listen to Your Mom's House podcast and just talk about nothing but poop and watch hilarious videos. Like I don't know if you don't listen to Your Mom's House podcast, like you need to start because like those two. And his wife, oh my goodness, I'm so bad with names right now. But she's Christina, she's so funny, she's so great, and she's like pregnant right now, and she's just crushing it with I don't know how she puts up with Tom. He's so vulgar, it's so funny, but she just dishes it right back. He's so funny. I love that podcast.
I have a rotation right now. I used to listen to all the Kings Men podcasts with the LA Kings, but I don't like to do the host it. He kind of sucks.
Well, good. Stop listening to it, and more people will be like you, and then he'll eventually lose his job, and then somebody else will take over.
Well, that's why, he's kind of like a little bitch, I guess Kyle Clifford tried to fight Tom Wilson one time, and Tom Wilson already took a puck to the face, and he's like bleeding, and he's like, oh, Kyle Clifford almost cost us a game for like doing that stupid thing, like trying to punch the guy with a bloody face. I was like, dude, fuck it, dude. It's like a human moment, dude. It's like, who gives a fuck? If you can't fucking fight, then get off the fucking ice if you're gonna do stupid shit.
That's what Clifford was saying on the ice. He was literally skating back to the penalty box, going, "Hey, if you can't fight, get the fuck off the ice, man." Like, oh man, I remember that game for sure. He took a mad hit to the face with that puck, and then comes back out there, and Clifford tries to punch him right in the.
Yeah. And the two idiots on the LA Kings podcast are like, oh, man, he's really being stupid. They should bench him next game. You're like, dude, you guys don't fucking get it.
Dude, Clifford was one of our best players this year. He's so fast and so, I mean, like he's not always gonna have the best scoring year, but like he plays such important minutes and just.
You can't have 20 Kucherovs on your team.
No.
It just does. They would lose every game. Like as much as like he's great and everything, but you need balance. You need guys like Clifford. That's like Vegas is a perfect example. They're all a bunch of Kyle Cliffords that work fucking hard and they can do good things. Like that. That's why I don't like. It's not all about the numbers, dude. It's so much about like hard work and fucking doing the little things.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I got off topic, but yeah, I was so like. The podcast I listen to, it's like Jim Rome, who's fucking great.
He's best, man.
Podcasting.
Best.
And then Joe Rogan, Spittin' Chicklets, and then Bill Burr. I listen to Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's great too. I haven't listened to too many of his podcasts, but whenever he's talking, I'm laughing. There's gonna be something.
You only really need the first like 20 minutes because he just gets on there, rants, and then he does like his commercials, and then he goes into questions that you ask him.
I like.
It's like only.
He rants and like it's funny because it's like he's like pulling thoughts from my mind and then speaking them like that thoughts that I haven't fully thought out yet, and he just crushes it. I'm like,
he'll just shit on anything. Like it's like, oh, you think that was cool? Oh yeah, it wasn't. Fuck that. Like it just like puts it in place. Yeah, he articulates exactly what you're thinking.
I gotta tune back into Spittin' Chicklets though. My first 2 episodes I listened to were great. Here's the thing: the one episode I watched, there was like 4 people on it, and it was a little confusing because I didn't know who was who.
Yeah, that one's just like that was a random one. The regular ones aren't like that.
Yeah, it was a little confusing, but like yeah, usually seemed pretty good. I mean, the first episode I listened to was great, and so was that one. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I did find my mind going to like, wait, who's that again? Like, who's saying? But whatever. Everybody's points were funny, and then I listened to the one where he took a bunch of Ambien and like couldn't remember what the hell he was talking about the next day.
I love that the one where Biz Nasty, I think he's talking about how he tried to do a skit, which to put on the mascot uniform.
Yeah.
For Howler, and Howler's like took it too serious or whatever. He's like, they're like, absolutely not. Like, you cannot do this. He's like, dude, it's just a fucking skit.
There's some code, dude. There's some serious. Yeah, they were talking about how there's some serious like mascot code, and like yeah, you can't break it. I don't even know what the word is for it, but yeah, there's rules to being a mascot, and like you have to like respect the profession. It's bizarre.
Oh, I love how Ryan Whitney hates the guy from the Bruins that sings the national anthem.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. He's
like, just talk shit, son. I'm like, dude, no one's here to see you sing. Nobody.
Yeah, and Biz Nasty like ramped him up last time. He's like, dude, you know that game 7 that fucking won it for the Bruins is because Renee Rancourt sang the national anthem. He didn't give him 2 fist pumps. He didn't give him 3 fist pumps. He gave him 4 fist pumps, and I was fucking rock hard.
That was just ready. That was it. That's what gave us the edge.
Yeah, not 2, not 3, 4. And when he's like, fuck off, dude, get off the ice.
All right. What do you think about this? About Raiders moving to Vegas? Do you think they're gonna have a huge impact? Like, do you think they're gonna be able to have like a crazy year, something like Vegas, where they win the division and are one of the top teams in the league, or do you think it's not the same because they're just moving their team to Vegas?
Definitely don't think it's the same because like Vegas, it's an expansion team, so it didn't exist before, so there's no history behind it. You don't have like fans that are always been Raider fans or hated the Raiders all the time, you know. And you're just the Knights. That's it. No one knows. No one gives a shit. No one cares. Well, now it's the Raiders. So like everyone knows the Raiders. So you're either a Raiders fan. There's probably people in Vegas that don't even like the Raiders. You know, they're like other teams. So they're like, oh great, we got the Raiders, great. But it's not like I think if I was Vegas, I'd rather have an expansion team like the Knights, where you have no history, nothing. You know.
And everybody can only keep 10 guys.
Yep.
You got 43 guys to choose from in each team. Go ahead, take your pick.
All right, first round, we're gonna take the Cleveland Browns punter.
Yeah, we're gonna take. We'll take. It looks like Chargers didn't keep Phillip Rivers because he's old. All right, we'll take him. Who else we got here? Oh, Odell Beckham Jr. He's one of the 10. All right. He's not one of the 10. Okay, that sounds good. I don't know people that well in the NFL to like call names out, but
it wouldn't work in football as much because I feel like hockey's an easier sport to like get a group of guys together and you make it play. Like football takes time to build a team and you have to build lingo, you know, the whole coaching staff, and you're like teaching a language, you know, like there's way more practice than actual playing. Like it just would be so much harder in football to just put a team together and
no question.
I mean,
no question.
If they did and they still beat the Browns, that would be pretty funny.
Oh man, the Browns. I didn't even want to get into it. I didn't watch the draft. I don't know enough about college football players to really speak intelligently about the kids they drafted and stuff like that. I mean, I was like, oh, Baker Mayfield. Like when I saw Baker Mayfield get picked, I was like, oh yeah, he's like one of the best quarterbacks, like the best quarterback, cool. And like everyone was like, what are they doing? And I'm like, yeah, what are they doing? I didn't know. That was bad.
I mean, Baker Mayfield was like good, but you could have like traded out to get him. Like you didn't have to take him first overall. He wasn't like some teams didn't even have him as their top 4 quarterback, you know?
I think that's what people were talking about that I didn't realize, is that they had like the 4th pick too, and like none of the other 2 teams like needed a quarterback, so they could have got somebody better in the 1st pick, and then they could have waited and got him in the 4th pick, or even like a little bit later.
And they could have they took the corner in the 4th pick, who was like picked to go like 10 or 12. Like he wasn't even that right. Like so So they just completely blew the first 2 picks. I mean, we don't fucking know. We won't know until like 3 years from now. I mean, they could come out like geniuses.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't know. But instant analysis, you're like, all right, you take the running back from Penn State because the dude's a fucking stud. I mean, he's like, he can catch, he can run, he can kick return. I mean, you've seen the guy from Penn State play. Like, he's he's sick. Like, he's like Adrian Peterson, but with hands, you know?
Yeah.
And then you had the D end that went to the Broncos, where you had the first pick overall last year. You took Myles Garrett, so you have him coming off one end, and then you could take that other guy and put him on the other end, and you got him cheap, and they were fucking studs. They're like he's gonna be like a Joey Bosa type. So like you instantly you get 5 wins from those 2 picks. If with no injuries, you get and you have Tyrod Taylor, so you don't have to like. You can ease in a quarterback, and then the top in the second round, they could have like I don't know. They had 2 picks early in the second round, so they could have traded those 2 to move up in the second round and take another quarterback. So I don't know.
Well, like I was talking to this is not the Browns, but I was talking to a guy who sits across from me. I don't know him too well, but he's a Broncos fan, and he was like, "The Broncos picked a D end, like what?" He was pissed about it. I was like, dude, that guy's like the best guy in the country. Like, what are you talking about? D-line's like the most important thing in the defense, and same with the offensive line. Like, you should be stoked. He said, we already have a D-line. I'm like, no, dude, you never have enough D tackles. Like, do you have any idea how hard it is to rush the quarterback every single play? You need guys rotating in 3rd, 4th down, 2nd down, pass rushing, run stopping. Like, dude, you need to have a rotation. Like, with that, if you have like 4 guys that can really pressure the edge, you never have a tired guy out there. So I was just
and you want competition. You don't want those good D linemen to get complacent because there's no one coming to take their job, right? So like if they draft Chubb, well, Von Miller has to play better because that guy might take his spot eventually. You know, like he's got to elevate. So I always think in football, if you do something well, you better keep drafting that position because then they're only going to get better and better and better and better, you know? Like, because a lot of teams will be like, oh, we have a good D-line. Well, we need wide receivers. You're like, dude, you don't need wide receivers. I keep drafting O-line, D-line. Like, and then you draft the supplemental picks, you know? Like, I think I hate to say this, but the Chargers actually lucked out, dude. Like, the guy that they took was supposed to go like 6th overall. He dropped all the way to 17. Yeah. And he's a safety. He's sick, dude. He's like Will Thomas, kind of.
Yeah, we'll see. It's so hard to me, like, to even root for him or care about him, dude. I don't even know. I'm not even pumped. Like, you're saying that, and I'm just like, cool. I hope he doesn't do well. I know. Like,
that's how I am. I'm super bummed because I'm like, dude, this team now is starting to have as much talent as they did in 08 when we went 14-2. Because now every single position they have pretty good players.
Yeah, I wonder how Rivers is going to play this year because like he's definitely you could tell like I think last season the most you could start to tell like he's starting to reach the time where a younger kid's going to be a better option.
Yeah, totally. I mean, they got Geno Smith as their backup.
That's what I'm thinking. Why don't they have another quarterback? I've been thinking that for like 2 years now. Like you're gonna have to pick somebody, but I don't care about him anymore. So I'm wasting my breath, dude.
My thing with them is like, okay, they will find a way to blow it. It doesn't matter.
They need to draft Nick Saban. Problem solved.
I wouldn't even fuck Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban would not be the same in the NFL because he doesn't have the pull. He doesn't have the it's totally different. I guarantee it. I mean, he did coach the Browns with Belichick, and we all saw how that worked out.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers is just. If they were in San Diego, I'd be so pumped off this team. I would be so pumped because I'm like, dude, every single position they're pretty good at. They don't really have weak spots. They're young on defense, which is what you want to be. They get after the quarterback, which is what you want to do. They got above average secondary, and they have fast, speedy linebackers, but they probably would be soft against their run. And they have Melvin Gordon who can run the ball. They signed Mike Pouncey from the Dolphins, who's like the best center in the league when he's healthy. They got rid of Gates because and so that takes away snaps. So Rivers won't be like, oh, I have to give Gates his yards, you know. And then the wide receivers are all pretty legit, and we'll see that the first round pick should be healthy this year. So I don't know, dude. I mean, they won't win the fucking Super Bowl, but they're like on that route to like make the playoffs, you know.
Gross.
But I fucking hate them.
Gross.
Like, I fucking hate them.
Yeah, you know so much about him from the old days.
Yeah, just like from watching afar, you know, like I'm like, damn, they're actually making decisions that make sense. Like, hey, we're keeping the good players and getting rid of the old players that can't do the job anymore. You know, like sorry, Gates, like you're not as good anymore, so we gotta get rid of you. Like, instead of getting rid of someone in their prime because they want to sign him.
How do you? What's that conversation like? Are you like, hey Gates, like, listen, like, you want to retire this year? You ready? You should probably retire, right? Are you thinking about it? No, all right, cool. Yeah, no, good to see you, man. Good to see you. You have a good rest of your day. And then like the next day, they get into me like, yeah, we gotta trade. We gotta trade Gates. Okay, he's not retiring. We thought we could talk him into it. He's not. Yeah, we're getting rid of him.
I would say, hey, dude, you can like we're gonna go a different direction. We're gonna go younger. Thank you for everything you've given this organization. We're gonna retire your jersey one day, but we're gonna go younger.
That's what I mean. Like I would try to like talk him into like retirement. Like, what did you ever think about getting some property up in Florida? And well, what's your plans? Like, what's your 5-year plan here, bud? You want to retire? Like, just give him the option. Like, you want to retire, Charger? Because today's the day.
He's gonna. This is what's gonna happen. Because a lot of times in football, you don't just go retire. You basically are forced into retirement because no one wants you. What will happen is he'll get invited to like Denver's camp or whatever, or like the Raiders camp. They'll do training camps. He'll try to make the roster, and he'll be like one of the last roster cuts, and then he'll hang him up. That's probably what will happen.
And then he'll come back. He'll sign some like random contract with the Chargers to retire as a Charger.
Yeah, because he can't block. He's not blocking tight end. He can't block.
Can he kick? Can he kick? Can he kick? It'll buy him a couple more years. Can he kick?
Dude, he should just be like, hey, dude, I'll make $60,000 a year, and I'll just be the holder. I'll be the holder. Antonio Gates is your holder. I'm just here to sell tickets.
Yeah, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to chat about, bro?
Oh, dude, I just watched that Silicon Valley episode, and I forgot what you told me, and then Jared has the list.
I'm so happy you forgot that he gets the lips done. It's he didn't even have to say anything. Like anytime he was on camera, I was dying. Like how did the whole set keep like their shit together when he was on set? Like, dude, that must have been. I want to see the behind the scenes episode.
Dude, the last episode brought it back for me too, when he was falling in love with this robot, and they're like, oh yeah, dude, she'll be here anytime you want to come see her and everything, and then like they just fucking rip her apart.
Yeah, it's so brutal. It's so funny. Yeah, he like stays out by the pool and like talks to her like all night. He's falling in love with her. It's so funny. Yeah, him and like Guilfoyle. I mean, I think just him. Like, he's the main reason why I still like, really enjoy that show. And I like how they have Big Head in some episodes. Like, he's like asking Siri to do the math, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's crazy." That was a great episode, man.
It's a good show. I bet you these next couple to like end the season are gonna be real good.
Yeah. It's still entertaining. I would definitely drop it if I was like really bored. It just doesn't have the same spark as it did before, but I think it's still a good show. Well, last thing, and then I'm gonna sign off. Let's switch to the Dodgers because those are our teams, right? I mean, used to be Chargers, now it's Dodgers, Kings, and then I don't know. Do we have other teams?
The Galaxy.
Yeah, we're big Galaxy guys, dude. They got that guy with the left foot, and then he's also got a right foot, and it's pretty good. So Seager's done. Seager's done. I mean, I knew the band wasn't gonna be together again like that. You know, CT3, the Seager, Bellinger, Yasiel, like it's not sustainable. It's too long. The baseball's too hard on your body to have like the same core group of guys. So it's interesting. I mean, they're no different right now than they were this time of the year last year. So I'm not too worried about them.
doing something kind of crazy and try to get like Manny Machado from Baltimore. I mean, they're 8-20 right now, and he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year anyway. So the Dodgers are kind of heavy favorites to sign him or Bryce Harper. So it might make them pull the trigger a little bit faster and trade off some prospects and then get him like ingrained. Did you instantly have a shortstop that's an all-star shortstop, and you can take another run at it, and then when Corey Seager comes back next year and you re-sign Manny Machado, maybe you have Corey Seager play second base, his elbow he doesn't have to throw as far, and then you'd have Manny at short, and then Justin Turner at third base, and now you're fucking legit. So, like...
That is a mean infield with Bellinger, Seager, Machado, and oh my gosh, and Turner.
And guess what? They went down to like 167 million. So they only did that because they wanted to get under the tax threshold, so it resets. So now you watch, they're gonna drop some fucking cash next year. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a run at Bryce Harper and Manny Machado.
Well, dude, okay, that'd be crazy. But how long ago did I call Bryce Harper being a Dodger? You have to be honest about this. And how long ago was that?
When you found out how good he was and that Washington can't afford it.
Yep, yeah, which was about 25 years ago.
Think about who would sign him. Think about who the teams that can offer him the most money. Probably Chicago Cubs, Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox.
Yeah, and Yankees just got Stanton, so like they can't do it.
Yankees got Stanton. They got Judge. They got forget their other outfield. They have a top prospect coming up too that's supposed to be pretty legit. So Yankees are a good threat. But you also said I think Mike Trout's also going to be available in one more year after that, and he's from New Jersey, so they're going to probably go all in on Mike Trout unless he resigns with the Angels, you know.
Yeah.
So, but the Dodgers, they could spend $300 million. They have the fucking money. Yasiel Puig's the free agent at the end of this year, so like they're going to have right field open.
I'm telling you, dude, I will do it. Go ahead.
You only have Matt Kemp for one more year, and then his contract's off the books. So there's another $25 million just sitting there. Kershaw's also can opt out of his deal, but you never know. He might say, like, you know what, my back's been bad. I haven't had the same numbers as I have been, so maybe I won't get as much money. I might stay. But even if they restructure, I still don't think he'll get as much money as he would be if he was 100% healthy all the time.
I think he's like kind of like a Tom Brady, where he definitely respects the organization. I think he wants to win a championship as a Dodger.
Yeah, and there's no better team that's going to give him the assets other than the Dodgers. Like this start that they're having is terrible, and it's just going to force them to make better, like more aggressive decisions. And I think they kind of knew it. I think they knew, all right, injuries, we got to weather the storm a little bit early on. We got the kind of the World Series hangover. We didn't sign anybody big in the offseason. And we're just going to let these prospects kind of like have more seasoning, have another good draft, and then we're going to make a fucking run at it next year, like with all the prospects. But I really think they're going to get back into it. They have too much talent.
Dude, it just takes 1 month.
Yeah, it's all about just aligning your pitching and get some timely hitting. And they started turning the corner, and then they kind of like lay their shit or like.
Well, we'll see how it goes in this series. They're out here. I don't think I'll be able to make it to a game, but yeah, they're out here this weekend. So we'll see if.
I wonder what the score is right now.
Or this week. Sorry, it's my weekend. This game's tight. This game's tight as usual. 13 minutes left in the first. 0-0. Do you think if Henry Rollingardner was a real person, like we should do a sequel, like of him, like keeping with baseball and then like going to like the minor leagues and like struggling, kind of like The Rookie or something like that, but its own unique, like summer. What's the other movie that's like summer something, Summer Pitch or something like that?
Summer Catch.
Summer Catch, that's what it is. Yeah, like just do like a follow up, Rookie of the Year 2 or something like that. He's just like he's like a
middle. But I was thinking, I had a good movie idea. I was like, what if like you or like some stoner dude ended up like inheriting a team, kind of like that little big league, whatever. Like the kid does it, but like this stoner dude or just like a random guy like gets a team and he just like fires all the players and just gets his buddies to be in like to play. Like it's just like a softball team. Like it's just like. my team. Like, I could do whatever the fuck
What
I
would
want.
be what would be the main like? Would they do a like? How would this go down? Would they do a push for the championship? Because that's unrealistic. They're never gonna win. Like what would be like the main threat though? There's got to be like a threat to their or like a goal they're all trying to achieve, right? So they all get selected as a team, and then I don't know.
No, don't make it corny as fuck. Just make it just about the guys getting jobs, and then they try to act serious, like, yeah, and then like the press is after them. They're like, yeah, what do you think about tonight? He's like, I don't know, man, but like I was selling like paper door to door the other day, and now I'm here pitching, so it's a pretty surreal moment for me in my life, my family.
Yeah, I was Andrew's roommate, and he's asked me if I wanted to be on the team. Had no idea it'd be the Dodgers. I just thought it was flag football.
I feel like it'd be like, like Louis C.K. There's like, what's your movie idea? And he's just kind of like, oh yeah, a guy just goes on living and then he dies. Like, that's my movie. And it's like, it's a very sad life. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, and then it's like one episode of Louis when he does that. Like, that's what I think about that.
Oh, I got it.
Like, you always think it's going to build up to be something, and
no. I got it though. They win one game, and it's the last game of the year. That's it. They went, and they're playing a team. They're playing a team that benched everybody because like they need to win the championship. So like no one's playing that day, and they win. They win the last game of the year, and that's the end. That's the way you go. You could do the. Yeah. It's kind of like Major League, where like the one player overcomes his problem and gets out of it, or something like that. That's funny.
Do baseball, it could be hockey, it could be anything. Like you could just really make it about anything. That's why I love the movie Basketball, because it was so original. Like it was like they just make up a new sport, and it's just like it's awesome. Like it's honestly like that.
Like I keep one of my favorite players. Like I keep one of my favorite baseball players, and he eventually just like stops like really trying because he's with a bunch of idiots, and he just ends up having fun with them all. He's like he's not even that good anymore because he's like just drinking, having a good time with them all. Just like we're not gonna win, so fuck it.
And you're like so clueless that you just seen Field of Dreams or like Bull Durham one time. So you think Kevin Costner's like really good at baseball, so you just like get him to be your third baseman or something.
Oh no! If I'm gonna be a stoner, I'm gonna be like over the top, half baked stoner. Like I've been watching the Lakers all year, and I think we're doing really well, but we're not because I'm watching the wrong sport. I think I own a different team.
Just make it like that would be really good. It's like a guy that has no clue about sports, like no clue. And you're just like, oh yeah, I heard like No More Garcia Parra was pretty good. Like, let's sign him. Like,
yeah, this one guy in my Dungeons and Dragons league used to play shortstop. Let's have him play. He knows how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
That's
my
funny.
paper boy's real good at like delivering my paper on like my porch. Let's sign him up.
Why has it just got to be dudes? My girlfriend wants to play. Can she play? Like that's bullshit, right?
Me Too movement. Me too.
Let him in, man. Let him in.
I want to play. Don't segregate.
Dude, I don't know how I would ever find the time, but I want to figure out. I don't know about this, but I kind of want to try jujitsu, and just see what it's all about, dude. But I don't think I have that in me to like fight and like take down and stuff like that. I think rock climbing does it enough for me, like just me against the wall. I never wrestled or anything like that, but it's just so cool the way they're talking about on the podcast. Like there's so many angles and you could do so much, and just I don't know.
I definitely wish I would have got into it like when I was like 19 or 20.
I want to be able to defend myself,
I was
Evan.
just going to community college and working at Ponte. I really wish I could have got into some sort of martial art, but like now with getting married, in 12 days, and then having Delaney and stuff, and there's no way I could like go do that. Especially when I got to I want to learn more do housework stuff, like Uncle Bill style.
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, I want to learn Muay Thai so I can kick people twice in the leg and then knee them twice in the body before they even know it hit them.
Muay Thai or whatever the fuck it's called sounds so cool. Like I wish that was more popular than boxing.
Dude, Muay Thai is intense. Those guys is kicking left and right and kneeing. Yeah, dude, there's a guy Sen Chai. You gotta watch this guy Sen Chai, dude. His fights are amazing. He's one of the best of all time.
Yeah, Rogan was talking about one guy on there, and I looked up his fight knockouts or whatever, because Rogan said, like, Google it, you do it, and I did. I'm like, holy shit, dude, this guy's insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Hey, when you're bored, if you have time, check out karate.com. It's like this new karate league Rasputin is part of, and it's really tight, dude. I watched the first 5. It's really low budget, you could totally tell, but it's funny because they have like a bunch of like Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis in Miami. It's so fucking funny. But you gotta check it out. Like the fighting is tight, like it's all striking. If they tie up for like a second, he brings them up. They can take down, but they stand them right back up. It's like all striking. It was super exciting. Yeah, I definitely had a good time watching it. It was only like an hour.
I watched a little bit of the Barstool Sports too, like that boxing thing. Bill Burr was like the guest host too. It was pretty funny.
Oh, dude, I gotta check that out. Was it online? I mean,
Yeah.
where online is it?
Yeah, and then like the One Man Thrill Ride, he's like that Instagram celebrity, and he like was on there. And he got beat by like they're just like average guys with like WWE personalities, but like big fights. So like one guy was called the Milkman because he always delivers. Like he was just
How do I find this?
I think it's on like Barstool Sports. Like look it up. And dude, Bill Burr said he's like there. He was there for like 5 hours commenting on like 63 fights or something like that.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, so like Barstool Sports Fight Night. I'll look that up.
Yeah.
I gotta sign off though, bud. It's gonna be the end of this one. I'll save this and send you the recording.
All right, cool.
All right, see you, bud.